Hey guys, welcome to this unseen episode for WWE RAW, where we take a look at some of the exclusive interviews online and some of the Twitter activity that took place away from the actual broadcast. So there's quite a lot to go through here. There were some big moments on this week's Raw. I thought it was a really good show. Really good show. There was maybe a few moments where it just dipped down in quality, but overall, I mean, honestly, this is one of the strongest offerings that I think WWE have put out for Raw for quite a while. So yeah, we're in a good spell at the moment. There's some real momentum as we're heading towards 2024. We know that next week is a best of show. The week after that, we've got a day one edition of Raw. If you watch Raw, you know there's lots of matches that have been made for that. So we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus, as we said, on the social media activity and some of those exclusive interviews that they do on like Raw Talk. But let's start with this. Look, Julian Weeks and a few people were making this point, talking about one of the best Raw matches of the year, Gunther versus Miz. And Gunther using the Rainmaker. Now, it's interesting because obviously I do the live watch along. I saw the moment where he hits the Rainmaker, but it didn't register to me as a Rainmaker. Because why would it? I mean, it's got nothing to do with Okada. But of course, it is true. There are big rumors of Okada leaving New Japan, potentially coming over to America. Could he go to Impact? Could he go to AEW? Could he go to WWE? I don't think this is a tease. I don't think that this is an indicator. This isn't WWE's way of saying that Okada is coming. If anything, I just think, you know, it could just be a coincidence, or it could be Gunther taking it upon himself to create a little bit of a talking point. But it is true, he does grab the Miz, pull him in, hit that clothesline, that lariat. He does hit the Rainmaker, which is synonymous with Okada. So that seemed to get people quite excited. And what a match that was as well. During the match as well, this brilliant moment picked up by Peps Maker style. Gunther is saying, "Wo sind die Dicken ear?" which means, where are the big balls? The image for this as well. Look at this. Look at Gunther. Where are the big balls? So apparently that was German that he said during the match with The Miz. Triple H as well putting this tweet out saying 556 days and counting. Still getting better every day. I mean, it was just an amazing match. Absolutely brilliant. And Gunther will be the IC champion heading into 2024. As well as that, we got a Rough Ride Her. So Chelsea Green doing a Rough Rider, which is obviously synonymous with her partner, Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder. So she hit that, but it wasn't enough to secure the win for the former champions, because we do have new women's tag team champions. And this was the reaction. A big thank you to Nope for sending this through. I've said we're looking to continue doing these videos. So if you spot little moments or little things that you think would be fun to include in these unseen videos, feel free to tag me in stuff over on Twitter or X, or whatever it's called this week. So, yeah, and a big thank you to Note for sending this over. This is from Piper Niven, who said, "We are the tag team champions of people's hearts and minds forever." Sadly, you're not the actual tag team champions, though, are you? That does go to Kayden and Katana. It was a big, big win for those guys, and you can see what it's done here. This was the digital exclusive interview. Chelsea just apologizing profusely to Piper Niven. She's like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." Really like beside herself. And Piper just stares at the camera and says that they want revenge. So it definitely feels like a rematch is on the horizon. Nice little tweet here by Triple H saying the party's just getting started. Congratulations to your new women's tag team champions. Great match, great moment. I'm really excited for the new tag champs. I'm definitely here for it. So yeah, new tag team champions, and a nice little picture there. Triple H doing the pointing, which is known for, and it really gets across how small these two are as well. Look at them compared to Triple H. He's even sort of leaning down a little bit there as well. They are not the biggest competitors, but they are very, very good. Moving on, we have R-Truth. He had a little backstage interview, and this is fun. He's talking about how he's in the Judgment Day. He's really excited about it. Jackie was asking, is there going to be a party? He's like, yeah, there's time for all of that stuff. And he said he's not sure that they're going to kick out JD. And obviously, this isn't his decision. We've already heard on the show that JD's going to stay. But R-Truth was like, look, we need someone to put the new cable in for the new TV that I bought. Someone's got to change the locks on the clubhouse door. Like, you know, he's going to have to earn his keep, but I think we're going to keep him around. So R-Truth is running with this. R-Truth is a full-blown member of the Judgment Day in his mind. He thinks that he's part of the decision-making process. And this was a fun little digital exclusive interview. So, again, if you get a chance to see it, this is all stuff they do on Raw Talk on the show after Raw. There was this tweet as well from JD sticking his, I think he's sticking his fingers up there to WWE on TNT Sports as they confirm that JD is still in the Judgment Day. That was following that backstage segment during the show. JD clearly not interested in anyone else's thoughts or opinions. He's just happy he is still in the Judgment Day. I don't know if he should be, though. He did lose that match. I know it wasn't an official stipulation, but I think I would have liked the Judgment Day to have actually kicked him out for a bit, rather than just go, don't worry about it type situation. So he is still in the Judgment Day. Then we move on to Nikki. You can see Nikki. I mean, everyone saw it. I'm not telling you anything you didn't see. But Westy putting on social media that Nikki was in the background of Seth Rollins as he was making his way to the ring. The other thing as well is that Seth goes to the ring and Drew interrupts. And Drew was talking about his parents and about how they've told him not to go back home and he needs to win the belt because he needs that validation. And actually, Sean Ross Sapp said there is some truth to this. There is some truth to, like, his parents maybe not being well at the moment. And so there is actually a bit of, you know, real life situation going on there. So that Drew promo was so good. It was so good because even as Seth said, I think we don't know how to feel about you, Drew. You come out and you say this stuff which makes so much sense, but then your actions, they speak louder than words, and they're not really in line with the words that you're saying. Just like how he attacks Seth after that little promo exchange. So some really good stuff going on at the moment. The Nia Jax Becky segment was a very good segment as well. It was a very strong episode. And also, we've got this picture doing the rounds. This is Nikki. She seems to have got Byron all tied up backstage. I think this is a fun image. You can see that he's like strapped down to the chair and everything. And she's just kind of standing behind him menacingly. Thankfully, Byron would be freed, though. He would actually go on to interview Jey Uso backstage. And this is another fun backstage interview. Jey Uso, Kofi. Jey is having a bit of fun at Kofi's expense, saying that Kofi needs to maybe lay off the candy canes a little bit, pointing out Kofi's got a bit of timber at the front and a bit of junk at the back. And these two shouting yeet as they went off camera. And of course, there's a new shirt, a new yeet shirt with it blurred out. And to be honest, I don't know why they've done the blur, because if they can't use the yeet words, I don't even think they'd get away with this. But we know they can use the yeet word now. So I sort of interpreted it as this was because Jey is quite quick moving. You know, he dives through the ropes to the outside quite a bit. He's all action. He flies through the air doing his splash. So I kind of took it more as that. I think other people have took it that it's like a censorship thing, but that doesn't really make much sense to me considering it's no longer a censored words. They've got the right to use this words. So I don't know. I don't know why it's blurred. I really like it though. I think it looks better. Rather than it just being like YEET normal, the blurring. I suppose in a way it's like when you get those distressed shirts. I kind of like that look as well. So yeah, I think this looks really, really good. Then we got this. This is just a really fun tweet from Cody. So Brandi put out like her latest photo shoot, but haven't seen it. And the image that's here just looks pretty normal, to be honest. And Cody said, "Hun, I appreciate these more than anyone on the planet, but brother is over here writing poems about me and whatnot." He's kind of saying now's not the time. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm sort of dealing with something with Shinsuke Nakamura at the moment. It would be great if you maybe wasn't as focused on putting out photo shoots whilst I've got like this menace writing poems about me. So I just thought that was a fun little tweet. And the last one that I wanted to end on is probably the big talking point coming out of Raw. Did Julius get his shoulder up in time? I got tagged, I think it was by Alex or maybe Brady, with a tweet with a slowed down ending. And to be honest, like the person in the tweet was saying, look, you can clearly see they get the shoulder up. I don't think that's true. If you slow it down, you've still got the ref obscuring your view. You cannot see from this angle exactly what's happening. And this is the exact moment. You can sort of see slightly where the hand is, quite close to the mat. And definitely Julius is starting to move. But, I mean, him getting his arm up is not an indicator that the shoulder is coming. Like, it could be that he's getting the arm up to kind of drag the shoulder up. I don't know that the shoulder is kind of moving with the arm. It could be that the arm's coming up first. I know this is all technical. I'm sure it's super boring. The bottom line is you can't tell diddly from this angle here because the arm might be moving, but the shoulder might not. So I think anyone that's online claiming that he definitely got the shoulder up, unless they've got some alternative angle which hasn't shown itself yet, I'm still seeing people using this camera angle. Well, this is the closest I can get to the ref counting the 3. And I honestly don't know. Right now, I don't know where that shoulder is. If you look at it in real time, it sort of feels like it's either on the 3 or a beat after the 3. I don't think that this is close enough to make a campaign that the Creeds were robbed. I think that the Judgment Day win. I think that the Creeds can say they were close, but I don't think there's enough here unless there's a great different angle that means that we can go with a campaign of saying they were robbed. So yeah, quite a bit there for us to get our teeth into. There is another picture doing the rounds where you can clearly see the shoulder up, but it is so far past the 3 count. This image has got the referee completely out the way, and this is probably like 10 seconds after the ref started counting. So as I said, this is the moment from the show as close to the ref count in the 3 as possible, and you just can't see because the ref's in the way. So this is one that's going to divide opinion. Some people are going to swear it was just before the 3. Some will say it was on the 3. Some will say it was just after the 3. For me, it's so controversial. It's not close enough to say that they were robbed. And to be honest, they didn't make a thing out of it on Raw Talk either. They didn't make a thing out of it there. So I don't think this is going to be a storyline, but they could always use it as a storyline. But of course, no Raw next week. It's a best of show. So by the time we get back in a few weeks' time, we may have just moved on from this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. So quite a bit of information there, quite a bit of stuff going on away from the show, but what a show it was. We're back tomorrow for, or later today, whenever you're watching this, for NXT. We will be around for SmackDown, of course. We will be around for Raw on Christmas Day. We're gonna do the live watch along this time next week for Raw. If you are around, if you're at a loose end, come and join us. Let us know what you got for Christmas, and I hope you have a great Christmas if I don't see you before then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.